Yep, I see it turning.
Okay. Says it's
All right,
recording.
so we'll call the order of the Eastchester Fire Commissioners Board together to the meeting, and can I have a second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And we'll sit and we'll call the Pledge of Allegiance.
Sure.
I see that Stu has his flag too. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
Flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, with liberty and justice for all.
Do we have to make a motion to go to public session, or was that the call of the meeting?
That was it. Call to order. That's
All right.
it.
And so,
Thank you, Tom.
we had the treasurer's report. Jamie had emailed us her report along with her warrants for the bills. And were there any questions about the bills and invoices?
No, I don't have anything.
All right, so then I'll make a motion that we pay that bill, the warrants and bills.
Right. That's cool with me. Tom, do you have it? Or do you need me to read the numbers for that?
If you want to read that, that would be awesome.
Okay, that's no problem. Let me just get the warrants together.
And you search for the numbers and you'll fill in the blanks. I'll read the rest, okay?
Oh, that's fine. If you have it all set to go, then go ahead and take care
I
of
have
it.
everything but the numbers, believe it or not.
Okay.
The board has been provided with 2 sets of warrants and containing bills and vouchers for the board's approval. Chief Tweem has reviewed and approved prior to this meeting. After the board has reviewed, and these treasurer has asked us, request the board to approve the payment on warrant 1 on the date of July 21st, 2020 for the amount of.
Still looking here. Hold on a second. Let me see here. Warrant report. I'm looking right now.
All right, my mistake.
Hold on a second. I am review the chief's approval. The extended number of bills coming over the week, so the chief can coordinate. Hold on one second.
And I did not notice a credit card bill, Chief. Is that true? No credit card bill this month?
I don't believe so. I don't believe it came in yet.
Okay.
Okay. So let me look here and see what we have. So the first warrant is for an amount of $280,321.99. There is a credit card bill payment of $436.
I guess it did come in.
48 cents.
Okay.
And then if you'll bear with me a second, let me just verify the second set of warrants so that it is here.
Which came yesterday, which was for like $5,000.
Yeah, so I'm just going to put that through here. Yes, the second set of warrants is $5,321.64. So the first set of warrants is $280,321.99. So that is 280,321.99. Our second set of warrants dated July 21 is $5,321.64. And then our credit card bill with the same date is $436.48. So that brings our total for this month to $286,080.11.
Can I get a motion to pay the bills?
I would make a motion to pay those bills.
And I'll second that, Tom.
All right.
Very good. Then I'll call a roll. Commissioner Rabin,
Yes.
Commissioner Keating,
Yes.
and Commissioner Roach votes yes. So the three commissioners, are there any other commissioners present that wish to vote? So the three present commissioners are quorum and the bills are paid. We'll move on to the chief's report.
Thank you, Commissioner. The alarm activity
You're welcome.
for June 2020, 257 total alarms. 7 were fire-related, 153 EMS or rescue-related. We gave mutual aid 3 times, once to Hartsdale, once to Mount Vernon, once to Yonkers Fire Department, and we received mutual aid 1 time from New Rochelle Fire Department. Although the responses to coronavirus have diminished, the members are still reminded to remain vigilant and continue using appropriate PPE and limiting the number of members entering homes where possible to reduce exposure. In other states, it seems to be out of control, kind of how we were in March and April. So hopefully we don't have that second wave, and the guys and the girls will remain vigilant and protect themselves. To begin the month, on June 1st, Group 1 had a fire on Hewitt Avenue, a basement fire that was quickly brought under control. Captain John DiBattista, I believe it was his first fire as captain, and the members of Group 1 did a quick job of extinguishing and overhauling the fire, which limited the spread and minimized the damage to the home. Maintenance mechanic Tim Dalton has been out on sick leave since June 29th. He hopes to be back to work soon. I spoke with him today, and he does say he's feeling better, so hopefully he'll be able to come back soon. Citywide of Westchester continues to come each Friday to electrostatically disinfect each apparatus and firehouse. We did place an order for a Clorox Total 360 disinfecting system on May 15th, so it's been ordered, but we have no delivery date as of this time. The installation of the washers and dryers and an ice machine for headquarters has begun. The washers and dryers in Station 1 and 2 have been installed for plumbing. At least the washers have been installed for plumbing. Station 3 should be done later this week for plumbing, and the electricians are scheduled to come August 5th to complete the installations of those items. Vehicle maintenance continues through the use of outside vendors. The Pierce Ladder 16 is expected to be completed, and the final inspection will be conducted remotely on July 30th, which is Friday. I received pictures today. I think it was about 150 or 200 pictures and 9 videos of the fire truck. So I'm supposed to review those pictures, see if I see any problems from what we ordered. And if there are, they'll address the problems. And we'll have that final inspection remotely on this Friday. After that, they'll fix whatever issues we find. And then it'll start heading to New York to the local dealership where they'll install the tool mounting brackets and the radios. So hopefully within 5 or 6 weeks, we should have the new ladder truck in service. The new Chiefs vehicle, the 2020 Tahoe, which was ordered in September 2019, is now being worked on. They're installing the radios and the lighting in the car. They have the vehicle, and hopefully it'll be completed within a month, they said. Last week, they took the radio out of my current car, the county radio, and they're installing that in the new car. Fire prevention and code enforcement continues with numerous plan reviews and inspections. And currently, there are 3 members out on long-term absence. 1 member continues to work on restricted or light duty. Members are directed to visit Dr. Goyle, White Plains Urgent Care, when they're out on absence. And 1 person out on long-term absence is expected to return to work on July 27th. He has an IME scheduled for that morning. If he clears the IME, he'll be back to work that evening. The SAM grant from New York State Assemblywoman Amy Paulin's office for the Pierce ladder truck has been moved to the next step. Working with a person from Amy Paulin's office on the application that we're going to submit to the Dormitory Authority of the state of New York for the next review process. And they will assist us with that. And as they said, it's a long road. We probably won't see the money for about 2 years, but If it does come through, it should be a very good grant. It'll be a very valuable grant for the district. The Career Fire Chiefs Academy is scheduled to begin September 1st and graduate on December 18th. It'll be limited to 23 probationary candidates due to social distancing and coronavirus concerns. And they're planning on running a 4-day week, which would run Tuesday through Fridays, doing 10-hour days to get their 40 hours in, to limit the amount of exposure and cut down on how much time they're around each other. So that's all I have for my report. If any of the commissioners have questions, there are some personnel issues we should discuss in executive session, but since they're personnel issues, I don't want to bring them up in my report this time.
All right. Awesome.
Very good. Thank you, Chief. Any commissioners have a question for the Chief?
The only question I have for the chief was my understanding was that you wanted to go through the ESS radios and the compression machine today, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I think I might have printed an older copy of my report. Yes, there's ESS radio contract, which I provided to the board the day before the last meeting or the day of the last meeting. So it's for the regular maintenance on our radios in the firehouses, the base stations. We have 5 locations, headquarters, and then 4 remote locations where they do preventative maintenance on the radios. And it also provides us with 24-hour service, 7 days a week, as opposed to calling in a trouble ticket and they say, we'll get back to you in 3 days. So, I would recommend, I did supply that as a separate email to the board. And also the CPR compression machine, which I provided I have 3 quotes. I provided the lowest quote of the 3. It's not on state contract, so I did get the 3 quotes. And it also, I would recommend to go for the 2-year extended warranty. 1-year warranty comes with it with preventative maintenance, but it also has a 2-year extended warranty that can be added onto that because there is some maintenance that needs to be done, like lubrication and basically, preventative maintenance to it annually.
Do you recall the preventive maintenance contract cost?
It was about $1,400. I can get you the exact number.
On top of the $16,000 or $15,000 for the machine.
Yeah, so
I think the total is $15,000, right? It's $15,079.
That's just for the machine without the extended warranty. If we want the extended warranty, I believe it's an additional $1,400.
Okay.
And that's only for 1 year.
No, the warranty is for 1 year. The extended warranty adds 2 additional years onto it.
Okay.
So it would be a 3-year bumper-to-bumper warranty.
Right.
Excuse me.
And would it provide the replacement cups, the warranty? As we use it? That would be maybe worthwhile then if it supplied them. They're $40 a pop.
It may include that. Let me pull it up if you could.
Yeah, then that would really be a push for it. All right. So anyhow, but can we, because we want to move right along, Chief, can we shelve this one for next month? But it looks good and talk about the radio. Because that sounds like a positive thing too. That if our radios go down, if we have this preventive maintenance warranty, you get immediate coverage to somebody come up and rectify the situation. Is that correct?
Well, I would ask the board to move forward with the ESS radio maintenance agreement this month. We shelved it last month. I wouldn't want to shelve it.
That's what I want to concentrate on right now.
Sure, if that's how you want to do it, that's fine.
And I just asked you a question about that. Should I repeat the question?
What was the question? I didn't hear.
Okay. I just want to clarify what I heard you say. The reason why you want this radio warranty is if we have a problem with our radio transmissions, you get like top of the line service. You call and you immediately get a technician dispatched. Is that correct?
If the type of problem warrants it, yes. If it's something that that can wait, then they'll wait. Like usually I would talk to the technician and I would say it's like we have we have 5 receiving radios. If one of them goes down, hopefully one of the other one picks up. The only problems we have is when Chester Heights receiver goes down and the vehicles and the guys are on the parkway, they don't hit the other receivers. So Chester Heights is kind of a critical one. But if there's one on Garth Road, and there's also one at the North End Firehouse. So if one of those two receivers went down, the other one overlaps somewhat. So it's not as critical. So, if it was a Chester Heights radio that went down, I would ask that they come out at 3 a.m. or whatever to fix it, as opposed to if the North End Firehouse radio went down, it's not as critical because the one at headquarters or the one on Garth Road would pick up the slack. So there's some
vice
overlap in
versa
the
if
system.
the one on Main Street went down.
That's correct. If the one on Main Street went down, we'd probably need them right away because that's the main radio that operates all the other ones.
But they don't. Has that ever happened to us yet, Chief?
Yeah, we've had, when we used to have the Verizon tie lines, they would go down quite frequently. So the main one, if the main one goes down, we do have a backup radio transmitter with the county that operates on the county office building. So we go to the backup. But if the actual radio itself went down, we would have no communications with the county. We would have to switch over to our mutual aid channel, which is the trunking Fire 18, which is carried on the rigs. So, yeah, I would recommend. We've always had this. I mean, if you don't want to get it, then we just roll the dice and hope.
No, that's fine. We're just trying to find out more information about it because, like you said, you gave it to us the night before the meeting.
But that was a month ago.
I understand. If I recall, it was $8,800. Is that what we're voting on?
Again.
Yeah, it's $8,742.48, and I'd make a motion to pay that and get this.
All right, I will second that. I'll call the roll. Commissioner Keating?
Aye.
Commissioner Rabin?
Aye.
Commissioner Roach says aye. So then you've been authorized to go forward with that contract, Chief.
Thank you, Commissioners.
All right. So, you kind of did it in your commissioner's report. The next thing on the agenda is the review of the sick leave. So the members are going back to see the doctor when they call in sick. I saw
that's
that
correct.
in the invoices this month. Any commissioners have any commented about that?
No. No.
All right. Secretary hiring. Commissioner Keating had made a great offer to Commissioner Winters to get involved in the secretary hiring. We have not heard from Commissioner Winters on that matter. I don't know when he's going to speak on it, but hopefully at some point he will, and we can move forward with that. Again, firefighter hiring. Our two commissioners that called for hiring of firefighters and telling the chief that they should reserve spots in the next academy are not here, so we can't vote to fire. I have to abstain because we have it going through ethics council. I don't understand how you can call for something, say it has to be done, and then not come to the meeting to fulfill it. But we'll move right on. Update on IT. Stu, you want to take care of that?
Yeah, I had a conversation with
Glenn.
Mr. Glenn Sullivan. I know that he spoke to Commissioner Roach. I know he spoke to you, Chief, during the walkthrough. His best estimate is that he is going to have a report for us about various aspects of our IT security and methods and programming within a week or two. And at that time, he would like the opportunity to speak to as many commissioners and the chief and our staff as possible to go over any questions after they've reviewed it and get an understanding about what their recommendations may be for the future and for what we need right now to increase our security. He's had a couple of conversations, I guess, with his own staff about what we have and what's good about it and what is not so good about it, and some other issues that may arise in the future or things that we need to be on the lookout for. And he says that it'll all be in his report. So I would just look forward to getting that report as soon as possible and reading through it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
So.
All right, so I agree with that. I had a very good conversation with Mr. Sullivan. I have the utmost confidence that he'll be able to lead the district in the right direction. So we're moving right along. We're on to commissioners' reports. Does any commissioners have anything to report?
I'm good, Tom, other than we should really try to get the secretary hired, particularly, because the election's coming up and we really need that effort there. But we also want to try to alleviate some of the burden on Jamie while she wears both hats. So
And the chief.
And the chief, sorry, chief,
Yeah.
and the chief.
And we have
both
3 applicants interested. It would be nice to move forward.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
All excellent candidates. So hopefully we can do something within the next week or so and try and get those interviews minimally just electronically, like we did with the captains and the lieutenants. So see what we could do there. We get the full complement of the board on that too.
All right. Well, we're basically gone through the agenda for the public session. We'll set up the executive session and we'll adjourn public session and move into the executive session.
I will set that up. The only other thing that I had to make a comment, I know, Chief, you mentioned before about PPE. I would just say, keep your eyes peeled for any potential deals. I know it's very hard right now because stuff's starting to run out again with the South and the West, but I feel that we need to be prepared for a second wave in the fall. So I don't think any commissioner here would say it's not a good idea that if you see a good deal or the availability to get a good mask, grab it, just so you have some stockpiled, sanitizer, or whatever is available right now in our area. I mean,
I'll say now, too.
What's that?
I'll say right now I'll say for my part right now, I think that's 100% right. And if the chief can get it, he should get it. So
at any price almost, if you don't have a stockpile.
Yeah, we're doing okay with supplies. We have the simple face mask. We have a stockpile of N95s. It's hard to say how many we're going to need. The county is no longer giving out PPE. They've stopped issuing that because now it's available. When it was unavailable from suppliers, the county, I guess, got it through the state, and maybe the state got it from the federal government. So they were distributing it to us. But now we did at last month's meeting, I think we had like a $2,000 invoice for N95 masks. The problem is that an N95 mask is usually like $1.50. Now they're $6 a piece. So they're 4 times the price. So do we want to stockpile up at the $6 price, or maybe wait a little bit? Maybe the price will come down, and then, because like I said, we do have a reserve right now. We're okay.
That's good.
But
good,
if
Chief, but
it comes back again and then masks become unavailable, it could be an issue.
I appreciate your fiscal conservative, because we're all that way, especially everyone here with you. But you have to have 6 months supply. The members need to be protected when they're responding, and their families need to be, so if you have to pay a premium because of it, unfortunately, that's the price we have to pay to make sure that, because the cost, if someone gets sick, is a lot more than $6 a mask.
No, I understand. And, as I said, in the basement, we have a locked closet with a pretty good supply. We have 1,100 N95 masks and 4,000 simple face masks. So I think that's a pretty good supply. That should last us a while.
Oh, yeah.
A lot more than we ever had, right?
Yes. But the other issue is if we get too much, it does have expiration dates on it. They're good for about 2 years. So if we don't use them, then we're not going to be able to issue them to the guys once they're expired. Because then if they get sick, it could potentially be because the elastic doesn't last forever. So the rubber band headbands wear out. And if they're not tight, they're not going to get the proper seal. So if we get, 10,000 face masks and they expire in 2 years, we may wind up, discarding them and throwing them away. So as I said, I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. Maybe I could order, another case of, 500 N95 masks just to be sure that we're in good shape. But for right now, I think we're doing pretty good.
I think too, just really.
All right, so I'm going to make a motion that we end public session and move to executive. Can I have a second?
I'll second that, Tom.
And I'll just say, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Right.
Send out that information.
Okay, you want me to stop recording now?
Yes.
Fine.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Chief.
guys.